Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Hari Om. Virupaksha means one who has special eyes. Generally we have two eyes, but the Lord has three eyes. Our eyes are made of flesh, but it is said the eyes of Lord Shiva are the sun, the moon, and the fire. Symbolically, the senses of the Lord are divine and they are special. They are not having the limitations that our senses have. Our eyes can see only in a certain range of light. Our ears can hear only a certain frequency of sound. But the senses of the Lord do not have any limitations. This applies to all his senses. Also, it is said with his eyes, he can see the past, present, and the future. Now, the two eyes of the Lord, they symbolize the names and the forms in the world. It is said, Pashyati iti Pashuhu. Who is an animal? One who sees, which means one who believes what one sees is an animal. We also see. If we also believe only what we see, then we are not using the special qualities of a human being. A human being has the buddhi, and through that we can see the deeper aspects of what is not ordinarily visible to the eyes. With the two eyes, the Lord helps us to see the world of names and forms. And with the third eye, the Lord helps us to see what is that changeless substratum that is pervading all the names and forms in the universe. To be able to perceive that consciousness which alone pervades the whole universe, and to see that the names and forms are mere appearances, that is to have the special vision that Lord Shiva has. So for example, the mud is the changeless substratum. The pot, the cup, the pitcher, the saucer, all these are only appearances of mud. In the same way, this entire universe is pervaded by one pure consciousness. The inert and the sentient are enlivened by one pure consciousness alone. To be able to see the consciousness and to see that the names and forms are only appearances, they are not real. Like pot is just the shape and the name. In reality, there is only mud. In the same way, to see the whole universe as one pure consciousness and to understand that names and forms are mere appearances is to have the special vision, Virupaksha. When we live in the world, we do many actions and Bhagwan is the karma phala data. So when he gives the results to us, he gives the result with objectivity as well as compassion, justice and compassion. In our life, there should be a balance of both. Compassion without justice and objectivity will lead to complete anarchy and chaos. It will be exploited. So many times we have seen that our country also has paid a heavy price when we have been unduly compassionate and we have let the enemy go. The enemy has regrouped, rejuvenated, and come back and attacked us. So justice and compassion must go together. Compassion without justice leads to anarchy and chaos, and justice without compassion can lead to a lot of cruelty. So the wisdom to see how to balance both is Virupaksha. A mother loves the child very much, is very kind and compassionate, but at the same time, when the child has to be disciplined, the mother wants to be strict the mother will be strict. But that strictness is out of compassion. That is the balance. And where we have to destroy, let us also understand that the destruction is also an act of compassion only. If the enemy is destroyed, it is because there is compassion for the people, for the country. When a doctor amputates the limb of a patient, it is out of compassion for the patient. And hence, Lord Shiva represents this unique vision of living our life with justice, with compassion, and balancing both. The sun, the moon, and the fire, they represent the sources of enlivening. The Lord is the one who enlivens our senses. It is said in the Upanishads that the consciousness sees without eyes and hears without ears. Pashyamya chakshu sashrunomi akarnaha. Which means that the Lord does not depend on the senses, but the senses depend on the Lord. If the presence of the divine is not there, the senses cannot function. Our scriptures also say that the body of the Lord is not like our body. Our body has blood, flesh, bones, but the Lord's body is pure consciousness and light alone. So the senses of the Lord also are light alone. Though there is a form that we see, but that form is not like ours. It is pure light. Chidanandamaya deha tumhari, it is said that the body of the Lord is like pure consciousness alone. It is not matter like ours. And so his senses are also represented as the sun, the moon, the fire. So may we have the vision to look deep and recognize pure consciousness, and may we have the vision to live our life in balance of justice and compassion.
Om Namah Shivaya.